some more updates which we need to inform you of. First, India's Enforcement Directorate has upped the heat on Telangana opposition leader K Kavitha in the Delhi excise policy scam case. A day after K Kavitha was arrested in Hyderabad, she is now being questioned in Delhi. She was brought to Delhi overnight in the same case. Now, reports say that K Kavitha is being cross-questioned in connection with alleged money laundering and other wrongdoing in the liquor policy scam, besides the extent of involvement of other leaders. Meanwhile, in Telangana, Siddipet, leaders of the BRS hit the streets and staged a massive protest over the arrest of the BRS MLC Kavitha. Later, the BRS protesters were detained by the Telangana police. Now, earlier, the cadres of the Bharat Rashtra Samiti gathered outside K Kavitha's residence and protested against the arrest. Of course, her brother KTR was also not at all happy with the way she was taken overnight. And these were the visuals. Okay, we'll cut across to Siddhant Sibbal, who's joining us from New Delhi. Of course, Siddhant, now, how do you see this one playing out? Because there have been a lot of concerns regarding that Kejriwal's arrest could be next. Do you see this leading into that direction next? How do you see this one playing out?
Well, let me first start with, since you started with South first, it will be one of the big stories this election, and will the ruling BJP party make inroads in South India. But let me also talk that where I'm standing just in front of Vigyan Bhavan, where in approximately few hours time, the big presser happens by the Election Commission of India, detailing the plan of how essentially India goes to polls. 2 months of the election dance of democracy. But let me show you the situation on the ground where I'm standing, and my camera person Abhishek Rana is standing, and he can show you the mood on the ground. It looks like the world's media has descended. There are a lot of security officials as well. We're shortly going to enter inside this very building, the Vigyan Bhavan here in Delhi, where the epicenter of the Indian elections will be there for next few hours. But essentially, each and every region has its own politics. Here in Delhi, of course, when it comes to Kejriwal, he has been given notices by the ED several times, and we have seen the big tiff between the central government and Kejriwal's government. But all in all, how it plays out next 2 months is something that is definitely going to be other headlines. But far away, if I can give you an international perspective, this is something that will be dominating the global headlines as
Absolutely.
well.
These are the biggest elections in the world. Siddhant, I will need to just butt in here. Of course, there is a lot more to discuss. We will come back to you. At the moment, I want to cut across to Disha Shah, who's joining us from Mumbai. Disha, of course, we were discussing this with one of our guests earlier as well. How do you see the breakup of seats coming through? Eknath Shinde's Sena, Ajit Pawar's NCP, they're all pressing for the number of seats that they want, given the fact that BJP had won close to 23 seats last time. How do you find the three parties coming together and deciding which seat sharing ratio will suit them all?
Well, certainly we are just a few weeks away from the Lok Sabha elections, and the seat sharing formula is still not finalized here in the state of Maharashtra, and especially when we talk about the ruling parties here, that is the BJP, even the Shiv Sena led by Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar led NCP. All the three parties have been eyeing major and big seats here as far as the state is concerned. Remember, Maharashtra has 48 total number of Lok Sabha seats, just second highest after Uttar Pradesh. So it is a very important state for that matter. And to resolve certain differences as well, we have seen in the past 10 days, the Union Home Minister Amit Shah also stepping in. He had made multiple visits here in the state of Maharashtra.
Yes.
Even he had held meetings in Delhi with the prominent leaders here to ensure that the seat sharing in each and every constituency is finalized. And right now what we are looking at, that 80% of the seat sharing, top blocks have been
Right,
finalized as per BJP's Devendra Fadnavis. So we will have to wait and see how the overall outcome is in the next couple of days.
We will get to know within an hour's time regarding the dates, and of course there will be far more to discuss after that. I'd like to now cut across to Idris Loan, who's joining us from Jammu and Kashmir. Idris, of course, the last time elections were held in Jammu and Kashmir, it was back in 2014. What are the chances we see the assembly and parliamentary elections in Jammu and Kashmir happening together this time?
Well, the people as well as the politicians of Jammu and Kashmir are pinning their hopes that the Election Commission today will announce both the elections simultaneously to be held in Jammu and Kashmir. That is what they are hoping because the Election Commission, the Chief Election Commission was in Jammu and Kashmir earlier this week, and they held consultations with the political parties as well as with the security agencies in Jammu and Kashmir. And most of the political parties like National Conference, PDP as well as BJP did demand that both the elections should be held together in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. It's been 10 years since the assembly polls have happened in the Union Territory, and after the abrogation of Article 370, this will be the first parliamentary election as well. If we talk about the number of seats, earlier the number of seats was 6. They were reduced after Jammu and Kashmir was converted into a union territory to 5.
Idris, of course, there is
divided from the state.
It is going to be the first election ever since the abrogation of Article 370. There is a lot to discuss going forward. We will be connecting with you again. I'd like to thank all our reporters for joining in from different parts of the country.